Welcome, gentle soul, to another Heartspell Whispers episode, where prayers are whispered before dawn, where love grows quietly in unexpected places, and where motherhood is defined not by blood alone, but by devotion. Tonight's story is for the woman who believed her miracle had passed her by, only to discover that love had already chosen her in ways she never imagined. Listen closely. This is not only a story of answered prayers, it is a story of a heart that mothered before it ever conceived. She believed her womb was silent, forever she had learned how to smile through longing, how to nod politely when others spoke of baby names and first steps, how to swallow grief when the word mother floated past her like something meant for someone else. Doctors spoke in gentle finalities. Years passed in unanswered prayers, and hope became something she handled carefully, like fragile glass. She did not envy, she did not rage. She simply wondered why the one thing her heart ached for felt unreachable. At night, she prayed softly, not demanding miracles, only peace. The house where she became needed, she worked as a nanny in a home polished with wealth but quietly worn thin by sorrow. The children carried laughter, yes, but also absence. Their mother had been fighting for years, a long illness, a slow goodbye, and when the wife passed, the house grew quiet in a way money could not fix. That is when she stepped forward. Not because she was asked, but because love recognized a vacuum and filled it instinctively. She braided hair with tenderness. She packed lunches with care. She soothed nightmares she did not cause but chose to heal. The mother she became without permission. She never said, "I am your mother now." She proved it, through patience, through presence, through showing up every single day without expecting gratitude. She kissed scraped knees, held hands during grief, sat through school plays with eyes full of pride. And somewhere between routines and rituals, the children stopped calling for someone else. They called for her. She did not replace a mother. She honored one by loving her children completely. When love took root unexpectedly, the man watched quietly, at first with gratitude, then with admiration, and finally with something deeper. He saw the way she loved his children as if they were her own blood. He saw the gentleness she carried despite her own private sorrow. He saw strength disguised as kindness. And love grew where grief once lived, not rushed, not desperate, but steady, certain. One evening, with trembling honesty, he asked her to become his wife, not because he needed a replacement, but because he had found a partner. She said yes. A family forged by choice. Their home changed. Laughter returned, not forced, but genuine. The children bloomed under stability. The man found peace in companionship. And she finally belonged somewhere without explanation. She loved them openly, fiercely, fully. Never stepchildren, never his children, only hers. She mothered them with a heart that had waited its whole life to give love. When the prayer was finally answered years later, after she had stopped counting time, the impossible happened. Life stirred where silence once lived. Her womb, the place she believed abandoned, answered back. She wept, not in disbelief, but in gratitude. The children rejoiced. The man held her like a miracle had arrived twice. And when her own babies were born, the house overflowed. But something sacred remained unchanged. Love without division. She did not love less. Her heart did not separate itself into categories. There was no yours and mine, only ours. She rocked newborns and still attended recitals. She kissed tiny foreheads and still tucked older children into bed. She taught them something powerful, that love does not dilute when shared, it multiplies. What motherhood truly is, she learned that motherhood is not proven by a womb alone. It is proven by sacrifice, by constancy, by choosing love again and again, even when it costs you comfort. She had been a mother long before her body caught up with her heart. And when her prayers were answered, they did not replace her earlier love, they expanded it. Closing whisper: if this story touched you, if you believe family is built by love, not labels, please like this video, subscribe to Heartspell Whispers, comment what part of this story moved you, and share it with someone who needs to know that love always finds a way. Until next time, may your prayers be heard, may your heart stay open, and may you remember, sometimes the miracle arrives after you've already become the blessing.
Thanks for tuning in. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment below and share this video with your family and friends. See you in my next one.